So we continue with our previous example, and we're gonna go into the folder books, and we're gonna right click, open in terminal. We're gonna type in code space that so we can open it with Visual Studio Code. And let's close this one. And this is the project that we were working on it. So right now, if we want to execute this, what we will have to do is Control tilde, and let's pretty much CLS to clean it up. So CLS, and what I'm showing you right now is I already did it, so I'm gonna show you the final project, and then we are gonna do it again. So here what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna type in Java. I'm gonna type in Java, and it's gonna be the class path, okay, then space that, semicolon, and then what I'm gonna do right now is it has to be in my CDs, and it's this one, MySQL connector, like I showed you in the previous video how to install it. So we're gonna Control Shift C so we can copy as a path. And what I'm gonna do is just right click right now, so I'm gonna delete the semicolons. What happened? Okay, let me do it again. So it's gonna be Java hyphen class path space that semicolon, and then right click. What I'm gonna do is just delete those double quotes like that, and I'm gonna go at the end of the file that jar. Then I'm gonna type in the name of this file, that is display author. So it's gonna be display author.java, and as you can see, this is gonna be our SQL table. So it's working right now, and what I'm gonna show you is how to create that table. Okay, so if we go to MySQL, assuming you already have it installed, okay, we are gonna go, I have it here. So this is the MySQL books. So this is the table is authors, and the database is books. So what I'm gonna do is just, as you can see, this is the database books, and inside we have the tables, and inside of the tables we have authors. Okay, so the table is named author. So if I go click into this, as you can see, we have the author ID, first name, last name. So now we're gonna work with our books database. So we have this database and the schema. So all of these books, common queries, all the way up the world are schemas. And to create a database, we do it like this. So it's gonna be create database, and we can name it, I don't know, maybe test, semicolon at the end, and then you just click into this lightning icon, and it's gonna appear here into the schema. If it doesn't show up, we just need to refresh it, and it appears here, test. Okay, so now we're gonna work with the books database. So we're gonna set as the full schema. We're gonna click here, create new SQL, and now what we need to do is create a table. So we're gonna create table, and the name is gonna be authors, like that, authors, and parentheses, semicolon at the end. And here inside of the parentheses, what we are gonna have is gonna be, for example, we're gonna have in the author is gonna be author ID, and the author ID is gonna be an integer. We're gonna separate it with a comma. We're gonna have the first name, and again this one, well, this is gonna be a bar chart, and we're gonna pass in just 50. Okay, finally we're gonna have in the last name. So again, camel notation is gonna be a bar chart. Okay, it's gonna be again 50, let me see, let me put it like that, and it's gonna be bar chart. So just like that, and yeah, that's all that we need for this table. So we click into this, execute into this lightning icon, and okay, as you can see in green, create table author. So we have author ID, first name and last name. So if we go into books, we have table, but you need to refresh it. Okay, so now inside of the database books we have authors, and inside authors we have, if we click here, we click right here, we're gonna have author ID, first name and last names, or you can just type in select asterisk from the database books from the table authors. Okay, and now what we are gonna do is we are gonna let me see, we are in the table authors. So what we need to do is we're gonna insert, so we're gonna populate this table. So it's gonna be insert into authors, and what we are gonna have is, to the next line, we're gonna have a value, and it's gonna be, well, it's gonna be like that. First we're gonna have the ID is gonna be 1, the name inside double quotes is gonna be Harvey. I'm using this textbook, the Harvey, and this one is gonna be Deitel. Okay, we separate it with a comma, and at the end we're gonna select asterisk from authors, like that, semicolon at the end. And let me push it like that, and let me just move this one, just copy it, and let's paste it like here, and just 4. Okay, so this one would be 2, and this one, okay, the ID is gonna be 2, the first name, this one is gonna be Paul, Deitel. This one is gonna be, ID is gonna be 3, the first name is gonna be Andrew, and this one would be, the last name would be Goldberg. So this is a basic example. This one would be 4. Okay, so this one would be 4, and would be, it will be David, so according to the textbook, and this would be just Chauvinist, like that. And let me see what else do we need here. So we have insert into authors. So let me see, value 1, 3. Okay, and here we need the semicolon at the end of this, the final value. And here we don't need to save, but what we are gonna do is we can select everything here and just click on the icon and the lightning icon, and as you can see we have the author ID, the first name, the last name, we populated. And let's refresh it, and we go into authors, and we go into columns. We have the author ID, first name, last name, all the stuff. And let me close it, let me close this one, save it. Yeah, let's save it. Oops, leave it like that. And if we go into the, let me see, if we go into into our project, and let's clear it up, and let's just do it again. So we have the class, we're gonna type in Java, we have the class path, and it has to be a space that, let me see, it has to be, yeah, it has to be a space that, semicolon. And here, let me see, no, I don't have it here, I need to copy it again. So I'm gonna go into my C disk, I'm gonna go into my SQL, and here Control Shift C, Now we're gonna right click only, and I'm gonna paste it. So I'm gonna get rid of the double quotes, and now I'm gonna put in the name of this file, that is display author. So as you can see here, so display authors.java with the extension. We click it, and as you can see, we have the author ID with 1 2 3 4. We have the first name and the last name, as you can see, as we created our table using MySQL.